going on. He was probably experiencing some midlife crisis, probably drinking a little bit. You know, I think that he wanted a personal accomplishment and meaning in some way, like we all do. So one day, here it comes, at age 40, told his wife that he had been visited by the angel Gabriel in a dream. Thus began a series of revelations which lasted almost until his death 23 years later. The Quran is a collection of words that Muhammad attributed to Allah. The Hadith is a collection of narrations of his life and deeds of Muhammad. The Sirah is his recorded biography, and the Sunnah is said to be Muhammad's way of life, on which Islamic law, Sharia law, is based. Now, his wife turned around, being a good, well, there wasn't Muslims then, but being a good wife, and she was a very influential woman, and supported him. Muhammad proclaimed himself a prophet in the same lineage as that of Abraham and Jesus, and began trying to convert those around him to his new religion. He narrated the Quran to those who believed him, telling them that it was the word of Allah, heard only by himself, of course. Kind of sounds like Mormon, 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 Muslim. Close. Huh. Oh, God, that's right. They marry a bunch of people too, don't they? Yeah, the traditional ones did. What if Joseph Smith said, that fucking Muhammad had something. Let me tell you. I think I could do it over here. Muhammad's Quran did not contain a single original moral value, and it contributed only to the new idea of a world religion. Muhammad is Allah's prophet. In fact, Muhammad's Allah seemed oddly preoccupied with making sure Muslims knew to obey Muhammad's earthly wishes, as this mandate is repeated at least 20 times in the narration of the Quran. In the beginning, Muhammad did his best to compromise his teachings with the predominant beliefs of the country's elders, such as combining all 300 of their idols under the name Allah. He took on Judeo-Christian theology, and pagan tradition grew more sophisticated over time. You like that shit. He also used his revelations from Allah to repeatedly affirm his own position. Even if they did not remember the biblical stories correctly, for example, each one was conspicuously modified to incorporate a common theme: believe in the messenger Muhammad or suffer the consequences. I might turn this to a 2-day thing. I've been talking way too long, and I'm tired. I got to go to bed. It's 12. It's 1:43 in the morning. So I tell you what, I'll do that. I will pick up his life. That could be a whole show within itself. We'll come back tomorrow. I'm going to do this at about, let's start it again, about 11 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. Come back and we'll get into the preaching and persecution at Mecca. This is something you don't want to miss. And we'll quote some stuff on the Quran. His flight from Mecca to Medina, the Medina and the origin of jihad, how he consolidated all the power from all his other people, the origin of, Islamic imperialism. We can get into that. I definitely want to touch on his life of hedonism and narcissism. How he took Mecca, and the legend, the legacy rather, of Islamic imperialism. I really want to get into that because I found that to be very, very interesting. And we will do that all tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow I was fixated to thinking atheist. On the atheist agenda, we will cover Muhammad's life. I want to do it today, but I tend to ramble sometimes, and I apologize for it. So we will get back to it, and we will cover his life, what he did, how he grew up, and some very interesting tales about, I'll just give you a teaser, a very interesting tale on how he married a 6-year-old, and then thought it was proper to wait till he was 9 before he actually had sex with her. Yeah, fucking pedophile. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. And I hope you guys enjoyed everything. If you have any questions or anything at all, please send me an email. It's on the front part of the site, or you can send me an email at michaelrowan40.com. michaelrowan40.com. michaelrowan40@gmail.com. Send me that. You can send me an email here. You can go to atheistagenda@hushmail.com. You can go there too. Just to open that one up. So anything that you want to talk to me about, or if I probably have 10,000 Muslims screaming and threatening to cut off my head at this point, which I really don't give a fuck, and I'm not scared of you fuckers, so, knock yourselves out. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'm going to leave you with a really, really awesome song.